The Drake caterpillar is the king of cargo hauling in the verse. With almost 600 units of cargo, it outstrips every other ship. And it has some cool features that aren't even in the game yet. These giant things on the front aren't big fat cannons, they are tractor beams that you'll be able to control. There is also an additional side tractor beam over here. The tractor beams will one day allow you to grab cargo from space, straight from your cockpit, and then draw it into your ship. So let's go inside. It has a beautiful, I mean, look at this elevator. Look at that. Oh my God. Holy animation, Batman. So once we come up through the elevator, we're going to go and look at habitation first, which is all mostly in one room. Rest in peace, privacy, and the bathroom. There are some beds. And then there are all the cargo holds. You can open each one from the cargo hold itself, or you can open all of them at once from the cockpit. I know they're really enticing to try and fit ships in, and I encourage you to do it, but these are smaller than you think. Oh boy. In the future though, one day you'll be able to have someone over here and open this cool thing while somebody else tractor beams in a big fat piece of cargo into this room. So now let's go up the catwalk and then back to the rest of the ship. Catwalk is for the commander to overlook his cargo. Oh, don't do that. This is like a docking collar or an EVA exit that doesn't work yet. So now we're going into the center hallway. And when we take a left, this is the side tractor beam station. You can turn on the station and use it like one of the normal computers, but it does not work as a tractor beam. The stairway goes down to engineering, which is on the back side of the lift that we came up. And you can see engines, cool stuff. There is an engineering station, and like you know, in all the other ships, those don't really do anything yet. You can go back further in the center and get to different parts of the ship's components. I think this is a pretty cool feature because, I don't know, science fiction realism, right? Like you can look at the components. Maybe someday you'll be able to repair the components when they're damaged. Also, it means if you find a destroyed caterpillar, you can loot those components. But anyway, we're going to come up here to a beautiful cockpit. And then down here is like a secret little part of the cockpit. It looks like it's the captain's and the first mate's living quarters, separate from the other habitation area. And this is the other tractor beam panel. I believe this will be for the front tractor beam, but who's to say? So it technically does have weapons, and it does have 2 turrets. The turrets aren't exactly toothless either. They absolutely, each of them do about 1,000 DPS, which is equivalent to many light fighters. But as you know, it's harder to hit with a turret than it is with a fighter, especially if you are in a caterpillar being the target. Personally, I think the caterpillar is dope. It's what I'm saving up to buy in-game right now. It's about 5.5 million, I believe. Feel free to correct me. My favorite thing about it is that it represents a part of Star Citizen that is not combat oriented. It is task oriented. And while a lot of the ships in the game, the majority of the ships are combat oriented, and many of them are really cool and fun to fly and fun to do missions in, and the space combat is good. It is rewarding. But I am really excited for more of the tasks and things you can do that don't involve just dogfighting, shields, and DPS. And this ship is the king of that at this moment. And not even that expensive.